It's holiday gift giving time, and if you're looking for some gift ideas for yourself or some other special ladies in your life, you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Charmed Life Gift Guide 2024 Everyday Luxuries for a Beautiful and Productive Life. Hello, my charmed ones, and welcome back to my channel for another video. And if this is your first time with me, I would like to say welcome. My name is Alexis, but I'm also known as MissTrenchcoat all across the internet, and I help ambitious women plan for a balanced and successful life. And today I am sharing with you my 2024 gift guide. So if you are someone who just follows me here on YouTube and does not read my blog, number one, you should read my blog. But I, every year, put together a holiday gift guide around this time of year. And a few weeks ago, I published mine. And I actually recently asked the people over on my Instagram, which again, if you're also not following me on Instagram, you should be following me at MissTrenchcoat on Instagram. I asked them on Instagram if they thought I should turn my gift guide into a video. I haven't done this before. I know I've made like sort of gift guide videos in the past, maybe like Amazon favorites and things like that. But I don't think I've ever done like a full gift guide video. So this is a first for me. So I hope you guys are excited about that. So one of the reasons I absolutely love doing gift guides every year, okay, other than the fact that like really it seems like every creator does a gift guide, is that really and truly, like I think I am one of those people who's really gifted at picking out gifts for people. Now, my friends and family know that I am very anti gift card and cash presents. So if that is really more your style or all you really have the bandwidth for around the holiday season in order to gift to other people, that's totally fine. I think to each their own. But for me, I really look at gift giving as something of an art. Like I see it as an opportunity to like surprise and delight my loved ones by finding something amazing that they maybe didn't even know that they couldn't live without. So a little disclaimer on this. Obviously, if people are telling you what they want for gifts, right? They're giving you a wish list, then you're going to obviously want to shop off of that. But what this gift list is really for is number one, ideas for yourself, for things that you may want to ask for or things that you might not normally buy for yourself, right? And also for those hard to shop for people, right, in your life, specifically women, because this gift guide is geared towards women and specifically that type of woman who loves like functionality and beauty and appreciates like any little way that she can improve or upgrade her life. That's why I've titled this Everyday Luxuries for a Beautiful and Productive Life, because when it comes to me and when I'm giving gifts to people, obviously because I'm a productivity person, I love to give people things that I really think are going to help enhance their life in one way or another. So if that is the woman that you are buying for, right, then this gift list is going to be filled with ideas for you. Now, in terms of the price range for this gift guide, the items on this list range from about $10 to $200. Most of the items are under $50 with just a handful of items over $100. So I would say that this is like a nice range of gifts depending on who you are purchasing for. Okay, so with all that being said, let's jump into the items. And I have the vast majority of the items on this list in front of me right now. So I actually own many of these things. There's just a few things that I do not own. Once we get to that, I will explain that to you, like why I don't own them and why I still feel confident recommending them to you, okay? So the first category of items that I have on this list are tech things, right? Specifically things for like your phone. Now, if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you know that I recently got a new iPhone this year. I upgraded from an iPhone 8 Plus to the 16 Pro Max, the big one, right? And so I really have been obsessed with finding really cute tech accessories. And I think tech accessories are the sort of thing that I feel like in the past, right? We think about these as gifts for men, but really every one of us has a phone for the most part, right? Every one of us could use these sorts of gadgets or cases and things that I'm going to show you right now. And the reason I think these make really great gifts is because I feel like women do not always think about getting these things for themselves, but they are things that can be incredibly useful, can be incredibly like delightful because they bring a little bit of beauty or charm into your life. And they're incredibly useful, right? To actually have some of these things. It's very useful, right? For you to have sorts of accessories for your gadgets that help you, be more productive and successful throughout your day. So the first things that are on this list are iPhone cases. And specifically, I have a bunch of iPhone cases that I've purchased from Berga, which is one of those companies that you hear about online. I feel like if you're on Instagram, you know about Berga. Their ads are everywhere. Maybe you see them, maybe you don't. But they are the brand that has like all of kind of like the cutest patterns. And here's one pattern that I think is like really popular. I think this is called Almond Latte. And here's some other ones that I have. I don't remember. I'm not going to remember what all these are called. This was called like Midnight something, I think. This one was called Prophecy. And then this one, I don't know. It's some sort of tropical print with like a pink background. So I really like these Berga cases. Like, full disclosure though, these cases are really expensive, okay? So this really falls into the category of, unless you're like a trendy Instagram girly, you're probably not buying these for yourself, which is why I think they make a lovely gift. But they are kind of one of those things that are definitely, I will just say it, overpriced for what they are. That being said, they are extremely cute, and they are one of those gifts that I feel like can be really personal if you know the person's taste and like know what case they might like. And of course, you know what phone they have, right? You need to know what phone they have. But I mean, I really like these cases. I do enjoy them. And I will give you guys a little bit of a tip. I would not pay full price for these cases. Oh, and I guess I should say too, these cases that you see that I bought are their elite cases, okay? So they have like cases that are kind of like a hard shell that's more glossy. I've used those in the past, but for this phone, I got the elite cases, which are of course even more expensive. And of course, I got the models that have the MagSafe on them, right? So that I can attach magnetic things to it, which makes them even more expensive. So my little tip for you on these is don't just buy one, okay, off of their site for full price. Number one, they normally always have this deal going on where it's buy two, get two free, which means you get 4 phone cases. And if you're thinking, well, 4 phone cases, that's insane, I don't need to buy that many. What I would say is you probably know a couple of people, right? So who you could be giving these to, right? So you don't just have to buy of all 4 cases, like for the same phone, you can mix and match so that if you have one phone type of phone and another friend has another type of phone, or your sister or your mom has a different phone, you can actually go ahead and like kind of buy a bunch of them, right? And save money. On top of that, buy two, get two, because I wouldn't just buy on the buy two, get two either, okay? Because they're still very expensive. They normally always have, again, some sort of coupon code to get an additional percentage off. So I feel like when I bought these, I got them in the buy two, get two, and then I also had like a 20% off code of something else that was on top of it. So that made these much better priced. To be aware of, another thing to be aware of is that these, unfortunately, they ship from Lithuania. So if you are in the US, it does take about 2 weeks to get them. But like I said, they're cute. I think they're very protective. Like, I really think they are a really nice, great case. And I think they're really like a classy gift for a lady. So if you're thinking about them, that is something to think about, right? And of course, if you don't necessarily want to use this brand, right? Just think about how you could perhaps be buying iPhone cases for the ladies in your life, right? In order to protect their gadgets, give their gadgets a little charm and personality. And, it's kind of like a win-win sort of like accessory and tech gadget. So it's like a productivity and beautiful life accessory thing. So it's one of those things that I really love. And I think that we should be gifting tech accessories, iPhone cases to people more often. The next 2 things on this list for tech are chargers. Okay. So obviously, all of us, like I said, we all have a phone in our pocket all the time, essentially. And some of us have like multiple different gadgets and things like that we might be carrying around. So I think that it's important, right, for everyone to have a couple of different charger scenarios. The first of the two chargers that I'm going to show you guys is one that is actually a multi-charger. This thing is really great. It's from a company, it says Vizure. I got this on Amazon. Very inexpensive. I love this because this charger, it has a nice size battery in it, and it has these wires that have different heads. So this head has the old Apple iPhone. What is that called? Is that called a Thunderbolt? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. The old one, the old head. And then on this side, there's a two-pronged head. One of them is a USB-C, which is like the new iPhone thing, and like every other phone has USB-C now. And then one of these, I never know if this is mini or micro USB. It's the smooth one, that's smoother, kind of half moon style USB. So this is great because you can charge this up, keep this in your bag, and you can charge a number of different devices with this, which is wonderful. And what's additionally wonderful is that it has a plug, like a pronged plug on it, where you can just charge it in the wall. Like you can charge it on a wall. You don't even need another wire in order to charge it, but it does have other inputs here. Like if you have other wires to charge this, but I just charge it directly from the wall and then I throw it in my bag, and it's a wonderful charger to have on the go for like multiple different, ports. The second charger that I feel like everyone needs now is like a MagSafe charger, especially if you have a newer iPhone. And I think some of the Android phones too, doesn't every phone now charge like through this magnetic charging, I don't know what they call it, technology. But now that I have an iPhone 16, I can actually use one of these. And I love it because I can just pop it on, right? And look, I can just hold it. And I have nothing plugged in, right? So if I wanted to, like when I'm driving in the car, if I don't have charge, I can plug this in, I can put this on and I can still plug my charger in like from my car so that I can do multiple things at once. Like if I want, when I say car charger, I mean like my music. That's how I plug my music into my car because I don't have like one of the new tech cars. So I plug in a wire to play my music through my phone. But then I can charge it at the same time using this charging brick. So this is really just really convenient, really small. Again, this will like charge your phone up at least, probably just like once or maybe twice. I don't know. I think I've got it to a full charge and it's gone low. So it's maybe like one full charge with one of these batteries. But this is the one from Anker. There's a lot of different companies that sell these. Oh, I just realized I'm filming backwards. Okay, sorry about that. Now you can read it. Anchor. My recording was flopped. I had to put it on so you guys could actually see it properly. There are a lot of companies that make these. This was about $30, which I think is like a decent price. I know there's some where you can get them, like Burger, I think sells some for like $100, which again, crazy overpriced. And I'm sure there's ones that are cheaper on Amazon, but Anker is a really decent brand that I've used their chargers and tech gadgets before. So I can definitely recommend the Anker like pretty confidently that I think this is a good one to get at a decent price point. Comes in a couple of different colors, pretty thin, right? So again, the second, and this is the last of the tech gadgets, but like the second type of charger I think you should have. And do you guys can you tell that I have a thing for this like lilac-y purple color? So I think these are both kind of really fun gifts to give people and very useful, but also cute, right? It's practical and functional and beautiful. Okay, so the next item on my list. Isn't this so cute, you guys? This is a wireless table lamp, okay? So these lamps, right? I feel like they've gotten so popular in the last few years. I bought this off of Amazon. Again, I'll have links to everything down below in the description, just so you know. These table lamps, I feel like have gotten so popular on Amazon, and I feel like out of all of them, I have a couple of them, this one is the cutest. And I like this because it's very tall. So essentially you charge it. I touched the button. Hold on. I'll give you guys a demonstration of that in a second. You can charge it USB-C, right? Like all the other gadgets. And then it has a button here that, let me hold it and show you. You tap it once, twice, it gets brighter. 3 times it gets even brighter. And then you tap it the 4th time and it goes off. I love these, okay? Because I feel like I'm someone who like struggles with lamps in my home and like in my home decor, because I feel like any place I want to put a lamp, there is not necessarily like a plug. So having these ones that are wireless and you can just charge, I think this is like such a nifty idea. I have like several of these, and I pulled another one out, even though this is the one I put on my gift guide. I'll give you guys the links to both, but I just want to compare to another type that I have. Do you see? One of the things I love about this one is that this one's so tall. I feel like a lot of these LED lamps that you get on Amazon are actually like much shorter, and this is still useful. This one has, if I touch it once, it's orange, then like maybe more of a daylight, and then maybe more of a warm light. And then you can also do this thing where if you touch it for a long time, the brightness goes down, or you can bring it back up, which is really awesome. That's cool that you have different dimming effects. But I like that this one is much taller because I feel like this looks much more like home decor. But this one, I keep one of these by my bed, and at night, like if I have to go to the bathroom or go downstairs to the kitchen or something, I will take this with me, and it's like my little torch, right? They're like super lightweight. Yeah, I just love them. So definitely think about these, and they come in a lot of different varieties. So, you'll be able to get like a different color that you are interested in. But yeah, this one is like my favorite one. I just love this so much. I think it just looks so stylish. Okay, next on my list are like beauty, skincare sorts of things. Now, generally speaking, I feel like it's hard to buy beauty skincare items for people because you really need to know a lot about like their preferences and their skin type and things like that. But I do think there's a few things that you can kind of universally give to people, and that's the stuff I've got on my list for you guys. So the first thing I have on my list is this Caudalie. It says Smooth and Glow Oil Elixir for body, hair, and décolleté. So this is like an all over oil that has a wonderful smell. Again, smell is subjective. Okay. This smell though, I love it so much because if you are familiar with Diptyque, the candles, their fig candle, this smells like it. Right? I think it's not even fig, which is the funniest thing. I think it's prickly pear, right? But I guess a prickly pear has this fig smell. So I absolutely love this. I love these body oils that are sprayable. So this has a spray. I'm not going to actually spray it because I don't want to get oil all over, and then I have oil all over my fingers and I'm touching all these things. But I love the spray oils because they make so much more sense. When your oils are just like pour or pump, oh, it doesn't make any sense to me to use those. They're just like a problem waiting to happen. But I really love these spray oils. So this is kind of like a pricier gift, right? It's Caudalie. It's a really, that's like a name brand skincare item, like from Sephora. But I think it makes a really nice gift. It's definitely one of those things that like someone would really have to be into skincare and things like that to buy this for themselves. So I think it's just like one of those nice little beautiful treats that I think people will appreciate. If you think they'll like the smell, it's very important. Some people don't like the smell. I call a smell like this, I call it herbaceously bougie. It smells like, I don't know, like a really upscale spa, but like very herbal, right? So yeah, if you know, I guess. But yeah, I think this is a really cute idea. And again, there are other brands that sell oils and things like that, but I just think this is like such a nice little gift. Okay, next on the list, is, I don't even know what you call these. I think they're called cryo sticks, okay? This is how they come. And actually, the ones that are on my list are from like a brand name that like, I guess people know about, right? I think it's called Pefefe. The ones that I bought for myself are not that brand. They're like a cheaper brand, but I bought them because I liked the curved shape on, I don't know, on the paddle, okay, for this. Essentially, these are like metal sticks that they have some liquid in them, and you put them in the refrigerator and they get cold, and you use them to like depuff your face. It like minimizes pores. If you or someone you know has a lot of puffiness issues, this is something that's really easy that they can just like add to their day to really help improve their skin. So I really like this. And I will say, like, I put the nicer brand on my gift list because I have gifted those in the past and people love them because they're that sort of skincare tool that no one ever thinks of to get for themselves. But this is another tool that, depending on the brand you get, the name brand ones, I think were only like $20 to $30. So if you get another brand, right, like a different off brand, you can get an even better price. Yes. And honestly, I feel like this is a kind of gift that looks way more expensive than what you actually spent on it, which is, I think, really fantastic. Okay, so item number 7 is this adorable trinket tray. Okay, and I think I put on my gift list like a gold version, but the listing actually has a couple of different colors. There's like this metallic silver or that metallic gold. There's even some like neutral colors that are more matte, but I really love little gifts like this because, again, I think this is the cheapest thing that was on the gift list. This might be like under $10. And it's one of those things that looks really beautiful, and it's the type of gift I feel like a lot of people don't think to buy themselves things like these trinket trays, but they're incredibly useful, right? Not just for like jewelry, but also for like makeup and any little bits and bobs, because I'm definitely the kind of person who like will take off my jewelry or will have like little things around the house that I'll put up on a countertop, but then it falls over, rolls off onto the floor, and then you can't find it. So having these trays is incredibly useful, I think. It's very useful. It's very productive. It helps people because like, if you wanted to, you could set up for yourself like a little like station where like you always keep your phone or your keys on one of these, right? So you have like a place where things go. And as the saying goes, a place for everything and everything in its place. That's like a productivity, efficiency, organization mantra, right? So I love gifts like this. And I think it's just one of those things that does not cost a lot, but it looks very nice. Like it looks very nice and thoughtful. And it definitely looks like you spent more than you actually did. Okay, so now we're going to shift from things that look like you spent a lot of money, but you really didn't, to some things that don't look like they should be as expensive as they are, but are totally worth it. So the next item on my list, and actually have a few to show you, are these French hairpins from a brand called Deborah Pagani. Okay, so I learned about these hairpins several years ago through, actually, this was the first one I bought. Okay, this was the first one I ever bought. This was a collab between Deborah Pagani, who creates these hairpins, and Westman Atelier, which is a makeup brand. And I was absolutely fascinated. I had to try one of these out because I am someone, as you know, who has a lot of hair. My hair is extremely long. Like, don't judge it today because it's hair wash day tomorrow. And I just wanted to film this video to get it out for you guys. But I have a hard time with keeping my hair kept together, right? So normal scrunchies, I put my hair up in a bun. It doesn't matter how tight I try to put it. It comes out, okay? If I use like, normal scrunchies, the skinny scrunchies, pin things, with all the little bobby pins, it still comes out, right? So I was absolutely blown away when I learned about these because these hold my hair so incredibly well. Like I can put my hair up in the morning in this and it'll still be just as tight, basically, in the evening. Like it never falls out as long as I do it right? So I know that there are other companies that sell these like French hairpins. This is not like a new invention by any means, but normally those hairpins are either plastic, which break in my hair, or the metal is too thin and it bends. These, like, I'm not going to really try to break it because I probably could if I pulled full strength, right? But I'm giving this a really nice pull and nothing is coming out. Like this isn't moving. It's not moving, right? This is really nice. I don't know if it's stainless steel. I know it's coated. Some of them are painted. Some of them are coated. Like this one has a coating and this one has a coating. But these other ones, I don't know. This might just be black. I don't know. Yeah, the black ones, maybe they're painted or something. This one, I've been using these for years and I just have the faintest little rub off on the bottom. They really hold up extremely well. And again, I use one of these almost every single day. So I absolutely love these. And I credit these with the reason my hair was able to grow out so long, so fast, because I stopped breaking my hair from using scrunchies because I was pinning my hair instead. So this is, again, one of those. This is a little bit more of a high-end item, depending on which one of these you buy. I think there are about $100 each. But they are one of those things where for like a professional woman or a busy mom who wants to have her hair up out of her face and doesn't want to have to think about it and keep messing with it, right? All day long. These are so invaluable. Like I cannot even express how invaluable they are as a long-haired woman, right? To just be able to put my hair up and not have to think about it and know that it looks great. So a little bit more pricey, but it's like a gift that they will have forever. Like it really is like you will use this forever, right? This is why I have so many of them. I have like an unnecessarily large collection, but again, not unnecessary for me because I use them so often. Next on my list is my simple modern 50-ounce mug. Did you love that transition? Okay, so I know everybody is obsessed with the Stanleys. We've seen the videos. We've seen the TikToks of people fighting over Stanleys. I don't understand why people fight over Stanleys. I do have a Stanley, but I have more of these. This simple modern brand. And this one is, I don't know if you can get this one anymore, so I feel bad showing it to you, but it's like a Carrera marble style. But I have a couple of others that are in some other colors. I think one of them might be like almond birch maybe, or maybe it's either almond or birch, or maybe almond birch. And then the other one is like a cheetah pattern, like a cream cheetah pattern. But I love these because having one of these really does help you drink more water. And they really do keep your water ice cold for the longest time. Okay. So I'm absolutely obsessed with these. Like this is like my everyday, I fill this up like at least, I'm drinking probably at least one of these every day, but sometimes it's 2 a day. These are superior to Stanley to me because I'm not going to really do it, but okay, I'll just look. There's no leakage. Now I'm feeling some liquid on the end of my finger here at the straw, but there's no leakage that happens with these. But Stanley's, their caps leak. Their screw tops leak. This one doesn't. Another thing I like about this is that they call this like a quarter turn technology, which means I can put this straw on like, you know, a cross section. There's 4 different locations depending on where I start it, right? And then turn it. I can put it anywhere I need to, which is great. I don't think Stanley's have that. So I really love this. 50 ounces. This is not a size that fits in your cup holder. This is like home size. But like I said, because I work from home, right? Like this is always just with me. I'm drinking it all day long. The water's ice cold. I keep it next to my bed. You know, I wake up in the middle of the night, drink some water. In the morning, I drink some water. The ice is still, you guys, I'm not even joking. This is actually, do you hear the ice in here? There's a little bit of ice left. Okay, maybe you can't hear it. This water is ice cold though, and I filled it up last night. So, and it's, yeah, we're at 1:30. Okay, so this probably got filled up at 9 p.m. last night. I feel like there's like a little bit of ice in here, but it's still ice cold. Okay, so wonderful. Get a cute color for someone. If you think that the 50 ounce is like way too big, that they need the cup holder, then get the 40 ounce. But I really love these simple moderns. I think they're fantastic. Okay, next on the list, and you're going to have to excuse this because this is something that I use every single day, so it's going to look a little dirty, okay? This is a bed headphone, okay? So these are, let me go ahead and see if I can put it on just to kind of show you guys. This is a headset that you wear to bed, okay? Well, I'm not going to be able to get it on like perfectly right now. Oh my gosh, it looks so silly. Right here on my ears, you see this like bulges? It's a Bluetooth headset, okay? I wear one of these every single night with an eye mask, okay? This one is not necessarily eye mask, but you could, I guess, wear it as an eye mask. It's just really not, it's not the style that is the eye mask. And I did put on my gift list the style that is the eye mask because I might actually just upgrade to it so that I have the eye mask built in. But what this is that, like I said, it's a Bluetooth, wireless Bluetooth headset. And I wear this every night to bed and I have it paired to one of my devices and I listen to sleep binaural beats. Like I listen to like delta brain waves. I listen to those subliminal recordings, like the 8-hour subliminal recordings that are on YouTube and things like that. And because I wear this, I feel like I get so much better sleep than when I don't wear this, right? So I really consider that like these headsets, right, plus an eye mask, which is why I gave you, like I said, I'm linking you guys to the one that's the bother. But I think having those is like the secret to like a really great night's sleep, because it will prevent you from waking up, because you've got the noise and the relaxation music, but then you also have your eyes being covered from the light. I just think this is one of those things where someone would not necessarily think to buy this for themselves, but it is incredibly useful. And the people I know who I've gotten into these really, really enjoy them. So give someone the gift of really great sleep with one of these Bluetooth wireless headphone eye masks. Now, number 11 on my list, another thing that I use, and so it's not going to look as pristine because I've had this for like a couple of years and I use it a lot. This is a travel jewelry case. And what I love about this travel jewelry case, again, I feel like we see the travel jewelry cases a lot online. There's like so many variations of them. I love this rectangular one because I swear it holds so much, like actually all of my jewelry that like is my main jewelry is in here. It has a place for necklaces and bracelets. It has a thing for, what are these called? Earrings, right? But I only have one pair of earrings that like I'm always wearing, right? So I gotten rid of actually all my other earrings because I don't wear anything but my diamonds. But it has a whole bunch of room for rings, rooms for like, here, like there's like a divided section in here that you can actually adjust those. And I've got watches in there. I've got some like a brooch thing in there. I've got some other jewelry that's like in this Tiffany pouch. I've got like a pin, some other bracelets. This holds so much. Again, this is like an $25 or less. Like I forget exactly what the price is, but this is like my everyday jewelry case. I absolutely love it. And I can travel with it too. Like it's one of those things where it's like, well, I might as well just throw the whole thing in my bag because it's so compact. So I really love this one. I like the snap. I think that's nice and easy to use instead of a zipper. It's really sturdy. I have traveled with it often, so that's why it's a little dirty, but a great little gift. Again, something I don't know how many of us actually think to get a jewelry case like this, or, you know, either for traveling or just for at home. Like I'm saying, this is my at home one too, right? So any jewelry I normally wear goes in here. Next on my list is one of my favorite things. Oh, you guys, I absolutely love this. This is my Marshall Willen speaker, okay? And it's in the cream color, like the cream and gold color. I like to think of myself as an audiophile, okay? Am I really? Probably not, but I really love audio equipment, okay? I don't know what is wrong with me. But a few years ago, I came across these Marshall speakers, and full disclosure, I own 3 of them, not 3 of this model. I own a Acton 3, which is a home speaker, which has to be plugged in. I own the Emberton 2, which is a wireless portable, and this little Willen, okay? I love this guy so much. I take this with me everywhere. This is like my travel speaker. So when I'm going out places, if I'm going to someone else's home, if I'm going to the beach or to the pool or anything like that, I have this speaker with me. I just absolutely love it. It pairs Bluetooth. It's incredibly rugged. It has that, I forget what the one is, IP67. It's the one where it's like waterproof up to maybe like 6 feet maybe, and then it's also dust proof. So really there's nothing you can do with this that is really going to hurt it. It has this strap on the back that makes it so that you can strap it to things. Like I'll strap it to like a chair seat or something, you know, like if I'm at the pool or at the beach, you can strap it to that, or you can strap it to a pole. You could strap it to like a backpack, or, you know, if you've got like something on you that's like a strap, you can strap it to yourself. I really love these. I think it's a fabulous gift. The audio quality is really great, and it's just so cute. Like I think the cream ones are so cute. They also come in other colors. Like I know it comes in like a black, but I just think this is like such like a girly color. I really love it. So I definitely would recommend this. This is the Marshall Willen 1. They have a second series that came out. The newer series may actually not be worth getting. Look into it if you want to, but from my reviews, I wasn't like sad that I didn't have the second one. I think they were saying that like this one actually is probably still superior in some ways. The battery life, I think, is something like 15 hours, which is wonderful. Again, charge USB-C, right? So yeah, it has some buttons on it. It's really easy to use. You can also answer calls on this, which is really great. So yeah, just a really nice, awesome gift. And it really is just one of those little things that, like, because I bring this around with me different places, like, people always appreciate that I have this with me because I can play music when we're out and about, or like doing things, or like activities, like if I'm on the boat, or like, again, doing all sorts of different activities. This is a wonderful thing to have with you when you are traveling or just going out and about. Okay, next, I have a couple more beauty items that I'm just going to do these together, okay? Which are two little beautiful items from Chanel that I think make really lovely gifts. The first one is, I'm gonna have to read the bottom of this. It's called the Balm Essential Multi-Use Stick. And the one that I have here is transparent. I have another color. I think it's called Lilac. This is my second one of these sticks. This is, if you wanted to buy someone like a nice, impactful, like luxury makeup item. But again, you don't want to have to deal with like knowing what their skin type is, knowing what colors they prefer, etc. Everyone would love a balm, like a lip balm. Now, Chanel does have a lip balm that it actually sells, but it's like so small. Actually, I have one that's in a pot, and that one that's like a small lipstick. And this is actually so much more bang for your buck. And it's technically a multi-use stick. So I use this as like my lip balm at night, but you can also use it as like a highlighter, which is, I think, one of the things you're supposed to be able to use it for. And it's just one of those things that, like, the size and the heft of it, right? Plus the Chanel-ness of it. It really is a little but substantial gift that I think like is impressive to people. Similarly, I absolutely love, and again, look how well loved these are. I absolutely love my Chanel nail polishes. And again, it's another thing where if you know you have a friend who really would love designery things or loves their nails, right? Likes nail polish and things like that. One of the Chanel nail varnishes, I think, is a really great gift. Again, I want to say they're under $40 each, the nail colors. And you would think that these nail polishes are just average everyday nail polish that's just more expensive because it has a Chanel logo. And that is kind of what I thought when I got into buying the Chanel nail polishes. Like, I totally thought like, oh, they're just like my OPI, but you know, it says Chanel and they're the Chanel colors. And so like it felt worth it to me to invest in a few of them. But actually, when I started taking these to my nail salon for my nail lady to do my nails, she was telling me like how like blown away she was by the performance of the nail polish. Like, she could tell that this was like a high-end nail polish, and she was even surprised. She's like, wow, I've like never used one of these before, but it really is you can tell this is high end from the way that it performs, right? And what I will say too is the color I have for you guys, and the one that I recommended, was Ballerina, which is a really classic, like very light pink, like a whitey pink, which is really nice, a really nice neutral, kind of like a really safe color to buy people. But it also kind of goes along with that like clean girl aesthetic and like quiet luxury aesthetic, right? If you know, like the TikTok and Instagram aesthetics. Right now, though, I'm using a different Chanel nail polish on my nails. This is Charivari, which is the first Chanel nail polish I actually ever bought. And it is like a dark purpley, it almost looks gray. It almost looks a teeny bit brown, but it's like a dark purple kind of. I don't think you can get this color anymore. Ballerina is like part of their everyday line, right? So, but this nail polish, I went to put this on for the first time in a few years today, and it is still perfect. I really was surprised because even my OPI nail polishes, which I think they have really great performance and they last for a long time, if I don't go a year or two without using a nail polish, like one of those nail polishes, it gets like all stuck, it gets gloopy, right? And it basically has gone off, right? And so you can't really use it. You got to replace it. This was perfect. It was still perfect. I'm trying to think when I bought it. You guys, some of you actually may know when I bought it better than me. I vlogged it. It was from a Vlogmas the year that I went to Las Vegas. Do you guys remember that? I went around in December. I went to Las Vegas several years ago. Maybe 2014, 2015, maybe 2015. So like what, this is like a 9-year-old nail polish that is still in perfect condition, like still perfect. So gift that keeps on giving, like it definitely will last, you know? So I'm always surprised. Yeah, so none of my nail polishes from Chanel have ever had problems. Yeah, just something to consider. It might actually be worth it if it could last 10 years or more. Just something to think about. Again, like a really inexpensive little gift that I think is really thoughtful, really beautiful, right? For the right woman, right? Who, you know, wants like those little luxuries, likes those things, and would like really find it meaningful that you took time to buy something that was like designer, you know, for them. I just think that's really sweet. Like I love gifting like little things like this from Chanel to people because I feel like it makes a big impact, even though it didn't really cost that much. Okay, ladies. So I just had to get up to get the next two things on this list. Items 15, right? Like A and B, I guess we could say, which are maybe a little bit of an interesting item to have on a gift card. But when I think back to like things that I've purchased in the last few years that I absolutely really love and think were worth it, and I think are giftable, these always come to the top of my list. In fact, I feel like I put them on a gift list in a prior year as well because I really love them so much. And these are some pieces of workout equipment from the brand Bala. Okay, so I'm going to try not to hold these up for too long because this thing is 15 pounds in one hand, okay? And this is 10 pounds. This item here, the round thing, is the Bala ring. It's one of their Bala rings. This is the 10-pound ring. This is a item that replaces a kettlebell, but also because of the way that it's formed, okay? I'm gonna like maybe try to demonstrate. You can do so many more things with this than a traditional kettlebell, right? Number one, a kettlebell you'd normally use with one hand, or you'd have two hands over top of each other. You can obviously do things like this, like workouts like this, like lifting with two hands. Because this is round and this one's the large one, like the 10-pound one, sometimes I'll do things like squats with this around my neck, right? When I'm working out, when I'm doing my weight training. So this is just an awesome shape. Another thing this does really well is if you're doing bridges, you know, like when you're on your back and then like you put your knees like up in like a triangle, then you lift your butt off the ground. You like those things. You put this on your abdomen, right? And it adds resistance, it adds weight, and it holds very well because round shape right on, you know, your abdomen area. So it holds itself really well. So this is the Bala ring. And then this other guy is the Bala beam. Okay. This, and I can't even get it all in here. Can I zoom back? Okay, here we go. This is essentially a reimagining of, I think it's called an easy bar, right? Which is just kind of like a workout bar that just doesn't have, you know, the weights on the ends. This is 15 pounds, which is it's a good amount of weight to be using, right? As a woman doing weight training, right? It has this good shape that you can actually hold it like this, right? To do like crunches that way, or this way, right? Or maybe this way. Sorry, I'm not following a thing, so I don't know how I should be holding my hands. But you can hold it wider. Because of that loop there, you can put it on the back of your neck and do different things like bends and different sort of like squats, like plie sorts of things. This is, again, just a really awesome piece of workout equipment. Oh, even when I'm doing the bridges, I could do this sometimes with this. When I want to up the weight, you can also lay this on your abdomen and it lays really well and it stays really well. It is made with a coating, like this rubberized coating that is, I guess it's supposed to be antimicrobial. You'll have to check on the website, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be antimicrobial. I do still clean these. But the way these things look, right? If you didn't know that this was workout equipment, you might just think that like someone who has this in the corner, it's just like some interesting piece of art. Wouldn't you? Like, I think that sometimes, you know, like sometimes I go to like Home Goods and I see weird things like this and I'm like, oh, okay, this is just something someone would just have as decor in the corner of their home. But no, it's actually functional workout equipment. Isn't that awesome? So again, I really love these. I added these a few years ago to my workout equipment collection because I wanted to do more strength training. And they are just like a joy to use. I just like really absolutely love them. They're really pretty. The weight is really good. The design is really good. They're really excellent quality. These are going to be some things on my list that are a little bit more expensive. This might be maybe a gift more for yourself, something you might want to ask for Christmas, or if you know someone who really is getting into this stuff, like working out or wants to, improve their weight training, right? Because ladies, as we get older and we lose our muscle tone, right? That's like the number one cause of like our deterioration is that our muscle tone goes down. So it's really good to add in a little bit of weight and strength training. You guys know I'm not like a fitness person, okay? I'm not a fitness girly, but I really love and appreciate these. Yeah, and I just think they're a wonderful gift either for yourself or someone else that you think would be into this. The Bala beam and the Bala ring. Okay, now we're going to get into some items that Alexis doesn't necessarily have, but are still on the list, okay? The next thing oh, look, you can see the beam back there. Just ignore it. I put it over there. The next thing that is on my list, right? And we're going to go ahead and we'll pop up a picture here. Okay. We'll put a picture right here, maybe of it, is a sunrise alarm clock, right? So if you are not familiar with the one that I've linked to is the Hatch brand, which is the one I hear about the most, but there are some other brands out there. I think Philips maybe does another really good one as well. Essentially, these are alarm clocks that wake you up with light, okay? Now, and also music. They can also play music for you. And what makes this really special, I think, is that because of this combination of the light, right, and even of the music, right? The light specifically, being woken up by light, if you're someone who either you wake up before the sun comes up, right? So there is no sun outside, or you're someone who sleeps in a room that is completely like dark, which is my situation, having a alarm clock that uses light to help wake you up helps to set your circadian rhythm, okay? So when you're being woken up by light, you're kind of following like the natural like cycle of light and dark, right, on the planet or wherever you live. And that helps you to actually establish like a more consistent sleeping routine and like wake and sleep, like your wake and sleep times. So that is one of the reasons that I absolutely love the idea of these alarm clocks. The truth is for me is that I do not use an alarm clock, right? I wake up myself naturally. Like very rarely is there ever somewhere I need to be that I have to set an alarm, or else I would have one of these. Like I would have had one of these if I still had like a 9-to-5 job that I had to go to, right? So I definitely think they're a really great tool for like your productivity, your health, your wellness, right? Absolutely. I think this is one of those things that like someone might not think to buy for themselves. You might not think to buy it for yourself because I think we all think like, oh, I have like a phone or I have like a regular clock radio or whatnot. But something like this can really help you to wake up gently in the morning without shocking your system. Because let me tell you, you wake up in fight or flight if you're waking up to one of those crazy alarms that's like blasting, like, like foghorn style. This is a much gentler way to wake up in the morning. Really helps to really stabilize your nervous system and really helps to train your body, right, to have a better circadian rhythm, right, so that you are going to be able to sleep better and you wake up more rested and you will have more energy because you were not shocked awake, you were gently woken up by the light. So I definitely recommend that, right, for anyone who needs one yourself or you think that this would be a great gift for someone, maybe someone who's starting their first job, right? Like maybe like you have like a niece or a daughter or a sister who's maybe graduated college and is, going into their first job or first career, getting them something like this that's like a really nice, pleasant way to wake up in the morning. I think it's really going to help with their energy levels, right? Next item on the list is something that I do not have, the one that I'm showing you, but it was inspired by something that I do own. So let me just show you here. This is another big heavy thing. This here, and actually let me put the lid right. This is my very beloved Le Creuset brazier, okay? This is my single most used piece of cookware in my life, okay? This is an item that I could not live without in my life. I could not. And I have gifted, not necessarily this brand, but I've gifted similar styles of these braziers to other people, including the version that I have on this list for you guys, which is a brand Lodge. Okay. So, if you know anything about Le Creuset and cookware, you know that this is like a heritage brand cookware, which comes with an amazing price tag. I don't even remember how much I paid for this. This is the big one. I don't know. I could guess like maybe $300 to $400 I paid for this. Okay. So I use it all the time. It's absolutely worth it. But I realized that that's really a crazy, amount to spend on a gift for, the average person. So if you have someone in your life that is someone who likes to cook or wants to get into cooking, I think that the Lodge version is a really great enameled cast iron brazier to give as a gift. And when I say this, I'm saying enameled cast iron is the interior of this. Do you see this? There's a difference between cast iron and enameled cast iron. Do you see how this has a shine to it? Enameled cast iron, it has a layer of essentially like glass, which I think cooks food in a way like none other. I know a lot of people love their cast iron, and I know cast iron can be seasoned and things like that. Cast iron is generally a little bit harder to take care of, I think. Some people might disagree. I think it's a little bit harder to take care of. This is a lot more easy care. And I think that food that is cooked in like a brazier, like an enameled cast iron brazier, always tastes better. Like always tastes better. Always, always, always. So I highly recommend something like this as a gift, like the Lodge one that I have linked for you guys. Okay, item number 18. This is the last one of the things that I don't actually personally own before we wrap up with the final things that I do own to show you. This is, where do I put it here? Okay, right here. I'll put a picture. What is this called? I forget the name of it. I'm gonna have to look it up. Hold on, it's on my hold on, let me pull up my list here. What are you called? Okay. This here is the Greater Goods electric gooseneck kettle. Okay, so this is essentially an electric kettle. You fill it up with water or liquid and it boils the liquid for you. Let me tell you, I avoided purchasing an electric kettle for the longest time. I thought that I didn't necessarily need it because I thought of it as like more a gadget that someone who like drank tea needed. Or if you did pour over style coffee, then you would use the boiling water or, any other things. I just didn't feel like it was the thing that I needed. And then someone gifted me one, not this one, right? A totally different brand. And then I saw the light. Then I was like, how did I ever live without an electric kettle? Like it really is incredibly useful, right? Because you boil water so quickly. And like, yes, I don't necessarily drink a lot of tea, but I do make a lot of stock from bouillon. And having something to boil the water very quickly is amazing. You can use it for other liquids, right? So like if I'm trying to heat up like milk for a recipe, I can use that. If I was making ramen, again, need the hot water. It's good for that. If something, I do have a couple of different little drink mixes that require hot water, which I use them for, which is wonderful. You can use it to sterilize. Making like a hot compress and you want some boiling water for that. Like you want to boil some water, maybe like steam your face or like, put some cloths in and like put it on your face. Like there's so many reasons why you would want to quickly boil water, right? Like there really is. So getting one as a gift myself, right? Like totally different brand. I was really thankful for that. It was definitely the gift that kept on giving. And now I'm feeling like I want to upgrade mine because the one I kind of got was a more like generic look to it. And I really love the way that this Greater Goods one looks. Like, I just think it looks beautiful. I like the idea of having one that sits on its own little pedestal. This guy comes in a couple of different colors, but I really like this like ivory color, or I don't know, like kind of like a, ivory, like beige-ish color. I don't know. I'm looking at it right now. I think it's so pretty. I'm thinking about getting it for myself. It's just one of those things that I know that I will use and get a lot of use of. So I don't mind like buying it for myself or asking for it for Christmas. It is one of the more expensive things. I think it's over $50, but not much more over. Maybe it was like under 75 still. But yeah, I just think it looks beautiful and I know I would use it. Okay, ladies, we're getting down to the final items here, which I do have with me to show you. Okay, so item number 19 on this list is my J. Crew oversized cashmere wrap. And the one that I have is in this beautiful green color that it might be called pine. I don't know. I don't remember the exact color. So this is a cashmere shawl that's oversized. But this can be used as like a shawl or a wrap. You could use it as a scarf, right? And you can also use it as kind of like a blanket. In fact, I wore this the other day when I went to go see, the movie Wicked. I saw Wicked the other day. And I wore this because I wore like a whole green outfit, you know, as one does when they go to see Wicked. Oh, unless you wore pink to be Glinda. But I was wearing this and I totally needed it because, you know, movie theaters get cold, right? So I was like all snuggled up in this and I was really glad that I had it. I think an item like this is a really interesting and thoughtful gift. Again, because you don't have to know specifics about the person in terms of like what size they wear necessarily. Or like what their style is, you know, in buying other clothing items for them. But this is like one of those timeless luxury pieces that someone could have in their wardrobe that would last them like, you know, a very, very long time. You know, cashmere like this, it's generally a more expensive material. What I would say is this is like the most expensive thing I have on this list, but I did not pay the $200 for it, right? I bought this when J. Crew was running like a couple of sales at a time. So they had like maybe one holiday sale or something going on that marked it down. And then there was a coupon that I could also use in addition and I got even more off of it. So I paid actually like, I think just a little bit over $100 for this. So I really got it almost like half off. And I absolutely love it. Unlike many other wraps or blankets that might be made from like a synthetic material that I know like some materials feel fabulous when you're at the store and like you're touching them or like the first day that you get them. But then after you start to use them or clean them, right, they start to become itchy or they start shedding. So that's one of the reasons I really enjoy cashmere versus like some other synthetics. And I'm going to see too, is this 100% cashmere? I think it might be. Yep, this is 100% cashmere. So it is 100% cashmere. It's not a blend, which is, you know, why it's kind of pricey, right? Because it's not a blend. Because a cashmere blend, you might be able to get, you know, you could get like maybe a oversized cashmere blend scarf for like much less. If it's like in like 5% cashmere, you could probably get one for like $30, right? On Amazon. But something like this, that's a fully cashmere, as long as you take care of it, it is going to take care of you and last a very long time. And I really love mine. It's so warm. Okay, what's left? One thing left on this list. This is another one of those things that I just feel like so many of us need, but I don't know if anyone would think to buy something exactly like this for themselves. What I'm talking about is this Dosey Pill Compact. So this is one of those pill planner compacts. Can you guys see inside? It has the days of the week. And it is meant for you to use like as a pill planner, right? So I personally don't have like any medication I take, but I'm like a supplement lover. And I really like how big this is and how cute it is, right? Like normally those pill planner packs that you get on like Amazon or like, I don't know, at CVS, they're just like boring plastic and they just look very utilitarian, but this looks very pretty and feminine. So I'm seeing here, I actually had to pull my sundae out here, but I can show you guys to some extent here. I've got a couple of really large supplements in there and I could still fit a bunch more in there. Like maybe like a third technically is filled. Like it looks like it's a half, but you could totally put more pills on top of those. So I could totally get like at least twice the amount of pills in there that what I have here. These are just like multivitamins and stuff. So for someone like me who does use multivitamins, does like to take them like in different supplements, I like having a pill planner because it helps me to remember that I actually have taken them, which is very often a problem for me. I'm not someone who can really necessarily always remember to track that I've taken them because I usually just make this such like a quick part of my routine. So having a pill planner like this where I can fill it up at, one day a week and then take the pills and know that I've taken them, that's definitely like much more my style. So this one here, you can see, this one I think this one was the lilac color. It also comes in like pink, and I think there's also like a sage green. And you can see that the bottom is like a pretty gold color. I don't love gold, but I don't mind this so much because it really is like so elevated in comparison to like other pill cases. What I will say though is I didn't realize, and this was maybe my own mistake, I didn't realize that this was plastic, not metal, right? I thought it looked, because it was so reflective, I thought it was metal, but it makes more sense that it is plastic because, you know what, metal would probably be really heavy. And that would probably not be as, you know, useful in your purse or whatnot. I don't necessarily plan to take this with me. You can travel with this for sure, but I kind of just like this like out on my desk, or like in my kitchen, right? Wherever I take my pills, I just kind of like the way that it looks. I just think it's so pretty and feminine. And again, this is one of those things that's like a $20 item. Someone would not necessarily think to buy this for themselves, but if you have like someone in your life who does take a lot of medication or is like me and is like kind of like a supplement person, I think that this is like a really cute way to upgrade, right, that part of their routine, right? So that's the last little item on my gift guide. And how crazy do I look right now with this on? Okay, let's take this off. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my gift guide brought to life, and that this gave you some ideas for maybe some gifts that you might not have thought of, either for, again, yourself or some other woman in your life that you think would really appreciate some little luxurious upgrade to some part of their routine. I really feel like all of these items, right, are things that really do help you be a little bit more productive, a little bit more organized, kind of brings a little bit more light and beauty into your day. And I think that goes a long way, right, to helping us live our best lives. Now, don't forget that the annual holiday sale in my shop, thecharmedshop.com, is still going on right now, and you can save 30% off your purchase in my shop with the code GIVETHANKS30. If you're still looking for your 2025 planner system, what are you waiting for? Head on over to the Charm Shop, pick up your copy of the 2025 Master Planner. It comes as print-on-demand inserts, or you can get it as the digital planning PDF that you can use on your iPad or tablet device. If you run a business or you are thinking about starting one in the new year, my CEO Strategy Planner is a nice little addition to purchase as well, which is its own like supplemental set of inserts that are geared towards business planning. It's not meant to be a replacement for the Master Planner. It's meant to be used in conjunction with the Master Planner, just to give you more functionality and organization that's more business specific. If you want to spend a little bit of time every day in the month of December setting up your perfect planner system for 2025, I'd highly recommend that you check out the Advent of Productivity calendar, which is now a 31-day Advent calendar that leads up until New Year's Day, with 31 different planner goodies inside, from inserts to organizational elements. There's a lot of different goodies inside of that to help you kind of create your perfect custom planner system. Of course, now that we're at the end of the year, this is goal setting time. So if you are interested in setting your goals using my methodology, the 2025 You Got Goals system is also available for you to pre-purchase. And if you have business goals and plans that you want to map out for 2025, the CEO Retreat is what you are looking for. You can go ahead and purchase those items separately, or you can buy them both together for a bundled price and then use the code GIVETHANKS30 to get an additional 30% off. Oh, and last but not least, this is not something that is part of the coupon code for the sale, but I'm having a separate promotion and discount running right now on the Charmed Life Mastermind annual membership option. So if you are interested in joining my Charmed Life Mastermind, the annual membership price is just $333 right now. And when you join, of course, you get the bonus, the 2024 and 2025 Charmed Life Master Planner systems. And of course, You Got Goals and the CEO Retreat are part of my mastermind, so you will naturally get those as well included. So really, if you're looking to set yourself up for a wonderful and productive year in 2025, head on over to the Charm Shop. I will leave you a link down below to the page with the promotion and the discount code and the special link to the offer on the mastermind. because I think there's a couple of goodies over there that you absolutely need to check out. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and actually let me know down below which item on this gift list was your favorite, or you think you might purchase for yourself, or you think you might actually gift to someone else. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking. Of course, for more of the behind the scenes of my productivity, life, and business, make sure you're following me on Instagram at MissTrenchcoat. And if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more awesome videos by me. And until next time, bye-bye.